too. So, pretty exciting to see there. You've got some summer league there. Bronny James with his summer league high yesterday with 8 points.
All right, go ahead.
Bronny James hit the summer high there. What do we say about Bronny James summer league stats? So, not all that impressive. So far, not that we expect him to be anything crazy, but Zach Edey from the Grizzlies has looked pretty good there. So we're starting to see some of these summer league picks here. Terrence Shannon, who I said was one of the most underrated players in the draft, got taken 25th by the T-Wolves. Absolutely dominated yesterday. I think he had 25 points. And then Reed Shepherd for the Rockets. So Reed Shepherd was taken, I think, number 3 by the Rockets in this year's draft. And this is like the millionth time that we found a player who, I mean, he immediately came in there yesterday, had like 25 points, was really effective, had a bunch of assists and steals and rebounds. This is another guy who John Calipari refused to start at Kentucky. He's number 3 overall pick.
Man.
Didn't play, didn't start at Kentucky there. Absolutely makes no sense, and he keeps doing this. I mean, whether it's Devin Booker or any of these guys throughout his career. Definitely would make me scared there, as I am an Arkansas fan. But this man does not know who to play sometimes. I mean, there's no reason that Reed Shepherd should have been coming off the bench last year.
Oh, man. There's something. Man, that's something.
Also, Jalen Brunson, speaking of NBA news, took $113 million less than his max deal to help out the Knicks with their salary cap. So he did step up there and allows the Knicks to really build a super team there around him by taking $100 million less, which very interesting news there for the Knicks, and big-time news there for the Knicks. So Jalen Brunson, everybody's saying build a statue of him out there.
Man, that's, the big bucks, man. Hey, I didn't know you were bringing up Hopkins for the Titans. You know, they said he was actually better in basketball than he was in football.
Now, I don't know about that. He's a beast in football.
Yeah, but they're saying he was even more. They said he's better in basketball than he was in football. So
that would have been crazy to see him there. But football, I mean, he's an absolute freak. So that's hard to tell there. We need to see him. We need to get him in a hoop session out here soon.
Yeah, we need to get up there. Yeah,
D-Hop, if you're listening, come hoop with us here.
Come hoop. Yeah. You know, we're gonna take you to the bucket, man. You know, we're gonna give it to you like we give it to you at Hume Falls, man. You know, none of that fake stuff. We're good at Hume Falls.
No, I don't know about that, but
hey, Hume Falls is on the rise, man. We got a new gym, man.
Yeah, they had a good season this year.
Yes.
They made it pretty far, so.
Yeah.
Shout out to the human frogs over there, if you're listening. But
this thing is actually crazy, but yeah, that was great.
Big news there across the league here. You know, I don't watch much soccer, but I know there's a bunch of big soccer games here coming on soon.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't watch much soccer, though. Speaking of here, let's see, I think they just dropped the top 25 football rankings for college football. So we'll see where everybody's sitting as of right now. Let's see, college football.
What you got?
So let's see. Okay, here we go. So this is ESPN's list here. So they haven't dropped the official one yet, but this is what ESPN is saying. And we'll kind of see what you have to say about these. Georgia, number 1.
Okay.
Ohio State, number 2.
Okay.
Texas, number 3. Oregon, number 4. Notre Dame, number 5. Ole Miss, number 6. Alabama, number 7. Missouri, number 8. Utah, number 9. Michigan, number 10. Florida State, number 11. Penn State, 12. NC State, 13. Insane. LSU, 14. Tennessee, 15.
Ooh, Tennessee's pretty low there.
Yeah.
And those guys, even LSU was low to me. But okay.
Yeah, that's what we got right there. Yeah. What do you think about that so far?
It was okay until Tennessee is way down there. You know.
And they got a new quarterback, Nico. I guess we'll have to see how he does.
Yeah, man. I mean, but that's fine. We're gonna, like I said earlier, we're gonna sneak up on people. People are gonna count us out, and and not be prepared for the onslaught that we're gonna give them.
Seeing Missouri at number 8 just feels wrong. And I know they had a really good year last year.
Right.
That just feels wrong. Also, so does Ole Miss being at number 6. And I know that they're getting stronger too, but it always just feels wrong to see these type of teams up there.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame at 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool and all until they jack it again, as always.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really interesting college football year, though, because I feel like it is pretty up in the air. You know, Nick Saban's not there anymore.
Right. Nick is doing everything on TV now. He's having a ball.
You got Georgia, who's coming back off of, 2 years in a row winning the national title?
Yeah. What did they have them listed at?
1.
They're number 1. Georgia number 1 again.
Georgia didn't even make the championship last year, did they? No, they didn't.
No. Who won it?
Who do you think won?
Let me see. Who won it? Wasn't Alabama?
You don't remember? You don't remember?
Okay.
You remember my 2 teams who were in it?
Let's see. Man, I don't forget, man.
Michigan.
And
it was versus Washington. I
Washington.
believe.
Show, man, that's right. And Michigan are the champs.
Yeah, Michigan were the champs.
Mm-hmm.
As predicted there, Michigan man. Then Harbaugh leaves, so he steps away. That's what I'm saying. Like, this year is really interesting and up in the air because you've got Georgia, who's coming back off of not winning it, not even being selected to the playoffs. They're probably going to be pissed. But Georgia coming in there with Carson Beck, that's probably the most consistent team who's still at the top because, really, if you look into it, I mean, Alabama's a different team with a new coach. Michigan's a different team with a new coach. Washington doesn't have their quarterback anymore, so they're not going to be up there.
Right.
All these teams that were really in there last year are not going to be. Now we're looking at teams like Texas, who have some stability there. Where do you think that Colorado will finish up this year? Speaking of oddball teams here.
I think they'll...
They're in the Big 12 now, so I'll show you their schedule real quick when we'll go through it.
Yeah.
So they play North Dakota State first game. It's a tough one, still, even though they are Double A. That's a tough one. You get Colorado versus Nebraska. You got Colorado versus they're in the Big 12 now,
right? So they're
versus Colorado State, who played them really well last year, versus Baylor. Versus UCF, versus Kansas State, versus Arizona, versus Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utah, Kansas, Oklahoma State. How many games do you think they lose this year?
Man, oh boy, I'd say they're gonna lose about 5 games.
See, I could see them losing. I'll say 3 games they lose.
All right, now.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I thought they was gonna have a phenomenal game. A phenomenal season, but it wasn't pass. It wasn't happening.
They didn't get enough linemen last year. I feel like they got some linemen now. So.
So, is Deion's kid still playing?
Yeah, Shador. He's the starting quarterback. He's going to be a top draft pick as of right now.
And his brother is he's on defense.
He's a safety. Shiloh.
Yeah, Shiloh's been pretty quiet. I haven't seen Deion, boasting him up already.
Yeah, they said he's not the good son, so.
Oh man. Okay. I don't know what's up with that thing.
But yeah, it looks like he'll be on the team again. He's 24 years old, which is pretty old. But he'll be starting there at safety, I think, for his senior year. That's got to be his last year.
Yeah, he's getting long in the tooth, as they say. Long in the tooth.
Yeah, he's getting older, but Shador is really good at quarterback there. You also got one of the best athletes in the country there with Travis Hunter.
Right.
Who I've been seeing everybody saying, he's not a first-round talent. I'm like, the man can play both sides of the ball at a top 5 in the country skill position. Yeah, he is. The man's a beast. But yeah, we'll see how well they can do this year. I think that they can take on the Big 12 pretty well. I think they line up better with the Big 12. So we'll see how well they do. But I'll give them 3 losses on the year as of right now. I think they take a step forward in the right direction. And Deion's changing the culture there fast. So
Update: we're in the trenches of the MLB, and the scores now is Los Angeles Dodgers 6-4 in the top of the 6 against Detroit. We're in the top of the 2nd with Pitt and Pittsburgh and the White Sox, and Pitt is up still 1-0, and we're at the bottom of the 1st with the Cubbies and St. Louis. And St. Louis is up 3-1. Oh my goodness!
your dang Chicago sports teams here come back to bite me. I knew I shouldn't have been faithful to the Cubs. Every Chicago sports team will lose. Just take that in mind.
No, man, please, it can't. This thing is going to be horrible. But we're coming back. We're going to win those games. I'm hoping. Praying, please.
You make me sick over there, Chicago.
I stick with them, yeah, man. I mean, that's all I had was my Cubbies. And Cubbies and Sox, and I'm sticking with them. Yeah, man. They have proven me. Well, hey, we got off the snide. We both won. They both won World Series, so can't be too hard on them. I mean, there's teams like Cleveland has never won it. Cleveland, have they? I don't think.
The Guardians?
Yeah, they've never won a championship.
Yeah, they have.
Cleveland?
It's a Guardians.
Man, it must have been, what, in 1928 or something, man?
Let's see. Let's see when their last championship was. Let's see, World Series titles. Yep, 1948.
1948. That was the last time.
Yeah, they were in the World Series in 2016.
Right. What about Baltimore? Baltimore has ever won it?
I highly doubt Baltimore's ever won it.
I knew it was somebody up there that I was right about.
No, I mean, it's been since 1940. The Orioles won in 66, 70, and 83.
Okay.
You should remember that instead of me.
Nah, I was still a baby, man. I wouldn't even. Me and baseball hadn't become friends yet, but that's all right.
How about when the White Sox won one not too long ago, right?
Yes, yes. If I'm correct, they won it in 2008 or 9, somewhere in there.
2005.
2005. Okay, all right.
I feel like the Cubs won it around then.
No, the Cubs.
11 or
12, right?
16,
right? It took
on the Guardians.
It still took.
That's when they beat Cleveland there.
Oh, sure has, man. Sure did. Man.
And they ended a 71-year drought, 108-year World Series drought.
Yes, man. Oh, man, it was so beautiful to see them win that finally. Man, it was taking a lot of pressure. But it was kind of a somber thing because so many people that I grew up with wasn't around when they finally won it. And they would say stuff, man, I'll be long gone before the Cubs win it. And they were right.
It's me with the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Man, come on now.
I feel like I'll have a cane by the time the Titans win one.
Well, if you got a cane, then I'll probably be on oxygen. Please don't let that happen, though. But let's see. It was something else I wanted to go on. Let's see. Those scores.
Bang! Chicago lets us down. The Cardinals are now up 6-1 in this game.
Yes, I see.
Chicago Cubs doing what they do. They're cubbing it out right now.
Man, that stinks.
Greg's Cardinals are laying the word down.
Yeah, Greg and Jenny. Jenny, they're all happy. And when we get off the air, he's going to say something. I know he's going to say something.
Who is your favorite MLB player of all time?
My favorite player of all time, I would say, man, let's put some thought to it.
Well, list a couple of your favorite guys here.
Let's see. Well, we're going to have to say, of all time, goodness, there's a lot. I'm going to say Mr. October.
Reggie Jackson. Okay.
Then I'm going to say Mr. Henderson, the base-stealing Henderson from the A's. That's another guy. And then, I mean, his career was sort of cut, but I like Bo Jackson, man. Bo was a heck of a player. Bo could throw you out, man, from any part of the field, man.
You remind you of yourself out there?
Yeah, man. With my darting arm, I could throw it from anywhere, man, and get you out, But
anywhere on that wiffle ball field, he'll get you. I think three of my favorites definitely. I used to love Ichiro.
Okay.
I was a lefty,
Ichiro,
little speedster, so
yeah, Ichiro was good.
Ichiro, little slapstick guy. I loved Ichiro and watching him on the bases there.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Jeter, of course, winner,
Yeah.
GOAT. And then my third favorite, I used to love Albert Pujols too because he could just rake.
Oh no!
That's what brought me to this.
Oh no! Now
he signed a ball for me when I was a little kid, and so ever since.
Oh man, Greg and Jenny is loving this right now.
Yeah,
man. They loving this. Pujols, oh man, my goodness, couldn't stand the guy. Still can't stand the guy.
Imagine the bullying he got growing up with the last name like Pujols.
He's still playing, ain't
he? Playing video games and hanging out. He's like 50 years old.
I think he was playing last year.
He was playing for a long, long time.
See what he got out of there.
He played 22 seasons.
Okay.
Nicknamed the Machine.
Yeah.
But over his career, hit 703 home runs, batted 296. He's an 11-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion.
Yes.
Let's see here. When did he...
I'm thinking he's still playing, man.
He is not still playing. I know that.
Okay, well, he must
so
have...
He joined the majors there in 2001. It's when he officially was in the majors.
Right.
Retired here, and let's see. It was a while later, so let's see. 2022. It was like 2022 was his last season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was still awarded Major League Baseball Comeback Player of the Year that year.
See.
In his last year there with the Cardinals in 2022. Had a great year there, but he also made his pitching debut that year.
What?
He gave up 2 home runs.
Oh my goodness.
But Pujols, yeah, he played 22 seasons. Definition of domination there. And speaking of domination, the Cardinals have now taken this to a 9-1 lead over the Chicago Cubs.
Now, this is absolutely ridiculous. I was trying to hold it in and be civil, but come on, guys. What is going on? Wait a minute. This is the first inning.
I know. It's the first inning. It's 9-1. So shout out to the Cubs there. They're playing great baseball in Chicago.
Oh, man. It like this thing isn't working right now. I'm trying to bring some sound effects to this thing. This is horrible.
This is the first time, and I might be a complete idiot here. This is the first time I think I've realized that the Cubs and the Bears, the Cubs are like a smaller version of the Bears. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, of course, but I didn't even realize that those are correlated together there.
Man, that's
what's the obsession with Bears over there in Chicago? I didn't know there was many bears running around the Windy City.
Man, I don't know, but I am really upset on what you just said. Oh no, I don't like that.
Yeah, you know
wrong one. No, I don't. We're mad over here. We're getting.
Have you ever seen a bear while you're in Chicago? Let me ask you that.
Yeah, at the zoo.
Yeah. Okay.
Lincoln Park Zoo, man. I seen bears there.
I'm saying a wild one.
A wild one running down the street. Oh man, that would be interesting. But
I'm gonna take this name back from you guys.
I don't think he'd make it very long on the far side of Chicago.
Take this name back from Chicago. They don't deserve the Bears. You don't see a bear out there.
Yeah, I don't see any bears in the city of Chicago.
Yeah, they got some weird obsession with those over there. But I was just curious what led you all to that decision there of the Bears and Cubs.
Well, it has something to do with Staley's. Staley was the bear. He was the mascot for the Bears. But now the Cub thing. Hey, have you seen the new Cub, the Bear mascot?
I have not.
The guy doesn't wear pants. They got this guy. he didn't have pants, man. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I know he's a bear, but
I'm gonna look up the Cubs mascot. Real
when you
quick.
see this guy, he looks kind of suspect, man. He looks suspect, but you'll see him. He doesn't wear pants.
This guy.
Yeah, he doesn't wear
The
pants.
Cub?
Yeah, he doesn't wear pants. I think the guy should have pants on. He should wear pants.
Why is his name Clark the Cub?
Hey, I think they put that on there for Clark Avenue. That's near the stadium, so I guess that's what they wanted to do. And
Yeah, the no pants thing is a little weird. But
it's weird. And they got, look, I'm going to show you this thing. Man, they got this thing with him, and he's got his stuff down there, man. And they're like, oh, it must have been a mistake. But they had his junk showing, man. It was crazy. It's crazy. They got, see.
And he's dressed like a girl that's about to go make you breakfast there in the morning, wearing an oversized
Right.
t-shirt.
Right. I don't like that. I don't like it. It's not my decision. No, I don't like it.
See, Sedge loves this over here. He loves to
No.
see the Cubs' demise.
I keep hitting the wrong button, guys. That's not the right
The
button.
Cubs are full of demise, by the way. They're killing me this year. They're supposed to be way better than they are. And
Right.
the White Sox, I mean, I expect this out of the White
Right.
Sox.
Now the White Sox, yeah, I wanted them to surprise me, and they have. They surprised me in the wrong way, man. They're not doing nothing, man. Okay, let's see. Is that
surprising,
inning
man.
over with? Is that inning okay?
Chicago's begging over here. Yeah, no, it's over with, but so is the game. It's 9-1 in the second inning. So,
And the second,
barring a
man,
miracle.
this is the worst. I must say, this is the worst I've seen in my Cubs.
I am never betting on the Cubs again. So.
How do you give up 9 runs in the very first inning, man? I'm not. So somebody must be asleep.
They kept the pitcher in the entire time. So they just allowed 9 runs off of him in a row. It wasn't even like it was just bombs. It was singles.
and doubles.
Well, there was a. I take that back. There was a 3-run home run, but still.
Oh man, he gave away a 3-runner. Oh my God,
That's baseball there.
Yeah. No, we keep hitting the wrong
I
one.
know. I love it. Okay. Let me ask you, if you had to give one of these teams, the Cubs or the White Sox over here, to the Nashville fan base over here, which one you giving up? We want one.
Okay. Oh well, if we had to give one up. Ooh.
You should have to give one up until you win.
Oh man, now that's tough. Either one of I wouldn't want to give neither one of them up. I'm sorry. Nashville,
We'll take the Cubs.
you're going to go expansion, guys.
We'll take the Cubs in. Fun.
No, we want our Cubbies. It's
The
just
Cubs aren't going anywhere.
no, and the Sox not going anywhere. That's the team, man.
They should just be shut down. Is what they should.
Well, hey, they won the championship before the Cubbies could win theirs, so that should have some standing somewhat.
Start of another 103-year streak. 103-year streak.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous stuff.
Maybe our
man.
grandkids will get to see the Cubs.
Oh
World Series.
man! Now, Greg, don't say anything to me. I know you're sitting up there. He can't wait to say something. He's probably saying something on the League Sports Talk Show page right now.
Speaking of, if you're not already following the League Sports Talk Show page, go to Facebook and follow the League Sports Talk Show page on Facebook. We're also now debuting the TikTok here, so go follow us on TikTok. We're also on TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Beat Your League. We will have daily free bets for you and sports content.
And if you missed the live show, we will have our full live stream on TikTok as well as YouTube. Now, under YouTube, it's under the umbrella of the company name, which is Crosswind Media Advertising LLC page. So you will see everything that falls under Crosswind Media, the League Sports Talk Show, In the Know Radio, the nationally, internationally known magazine show, In the Know Radio magazine show, and Employment Talk Today. That's another show that we're about to relaunch soon. So.
Let me ask you here. So this is a Twitter question of the week here. So
Okay.
I saw this on Twitter. We're going to have one of these every week. Who would you rather have right now going forward? Who is most likely to win a Super Bowl? Lamar Jackson,
Mhm.
Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Rank them.
Well, I'm gonna say number one. Well, that's tough.
That's tough.
All of that's tough because Lamar. I thought Lamar had it last year. I was talking all the stuff, and man, he didn't do it. Number one. Well, I'm going to go with Lamar number one because he's been there, and maybe this is the turnaround from last year. So I'm going to say Lamar.
Okay.
I'm going to say Mr. Burrows in second.
Okay.
And who you had in third?
Josh Allen.
And who do you have after him?
That's it. There's only
That's
three.
it. Okay.
Josh Allen 3.
And Josh Allen 3, yes. But Josh faded so much. He didn't look like the same guy from 2 years ago.
I think I'll have to swap the 1 and 2 with you. I think I'll go Joe Burrow. Seen him go to the Super Bowl before. I've also seen him win a college championship. I know he's a winner.
Okay.
He got that Tom Brady dog mentality to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go with Joe Burrow 1.
Okay.
I'll go with Lamar Jackson 2.
Okay.
I think it's possible for him to get 1 Super Bowl there in his career. Adding D. Henry definitely doesn't hurt.
Right. Now they gotta watch the run, and the run is not only the running back but the quarterback again. And see,
I think he literally gets too nervous though. Like before those big games, he plays nervous sometimes.
He's nervous,
and that scares me with Lamar. Josh Allen scares me even more because he plays hero ball all the time. So he plays like Cam Newton sometimes. That's who he reminds me of. It's like, amazing play than just a boneheaded play. So I think I'll go Burrow 1, Lamar 2, Josh Allen 3.
Okay.
How many Super Bowls between those guys do you think they win before their careers are over with?
It's really hard to say, man. It's really hard because when I get a lot of confidence in them, they don't show up. So
yeah. And they're always going to have to go against Mahomes because they're all in the AFC.
Right. They got Mahomes. I think we didn't do justice. We let somebody out that should be in there that I think could win one, and that's what's his name?
If you say Caleb Williams, I'm going to body slam you.
Oh no, man! Caleb's got to show something to me. He's got, my guy was Justin Fields. I told you, I wasn't very.
So what guy are we leaving out here in this conversation?
We're leaving out
CJ Stroud.
No, he's still a baby, man. Who is that with? Okay. You know what? I'm going to say the quarterback for the 49ers.
Purdy.
I'm going to say, he's got the experience now.
I think you're pretty insane.
No,
he's my 4th.
See, he's your 4th, but see, he's got the experience. I look at guys, they get shaky the first time around, but then after they get in there and get used to how it's going to be, the bright lights and all of that, then they sort of calm down, man. So I think he's going to snap. Hey, the 49ers are going to be there again.
He's got too much Ryan Tannehill in him to me.
Too much Ryan.
Like, eventually I feel like his lack of elite qualities will come back to bite him when he's in the playoffs. I don't foresee the 49ers going back to the Super Bowl this year. After last year, it felt demoralizing. Like, it felt like they went all the way again, and they just can't do it. But you never know, though, because they are such a stacked team. I mean, they have 2 cold wide receivers. They got the best running back right now, probably in football.
Yeah.
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Got a super strong defense and a great offensive line. So I mean, they're easily going to be a playoff team now.
Hey, you didn't mention Mr. Love.
Who? Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love Mr. Love.
He doesn't like.
I don't even like him. I think he's a little overrated.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Okay. I can't stand none of them. Anybody that's in the Central Division, so.
I trust Jared Goff more than I trust Jordan Love.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. That's kind of different. That's different. Let's see. We got about 4 minutes left on the show. Let's see what's happening with the scores here.
And Jared Goff's got enough Ryan Tannehill in him to be his clone, so if that says anything. I don't really trust Jordan Love. I think he's still, I'm going to say that again, I'm going to stand on that. I think he's still one of the most overrated quarterbacks after last year. I think he's still solid. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's gonna ever be a true game changer, Super Bowl winner quarterback.
Okay.
And if you're not that, then
We're leaving somebody else out, man. That's
I mean,
really
Jalen
good.
Hurts. Who would you rather have between them?
Hurts, I lost all confidence in Hurts. I lost all in him. He's just too little to me at his size. But they're saying he's still going to be good. But I'm not.
How about Dak Prescott? You got faith in him?
Oh, he's Dallas, so I can't stand Dallas. I'm sorry. I'm a Bear fan, so they, like I told you, they knocked us out the playoffs.
Let me ask you though:
all
if
the
you
time.
were the GM of the Cowboys, do you trust Dak Prescott going forward to be your franchise guy?
Well, I mean, number-wise, he's there. Number-wise, you should be able to trust him to do it. But, will this be the year? Will this be the year for the Dallas Cowboys?
That's what they're always saying.
Right. But this year, a lot of them are very skeptical because last year they rubbed it in really good. This is our year. This is the year.
We're going to do a deeper dive on the NFL here soon, but
Yeah.
question, do the Pittsburgh Steelers make the playoffs with Russell Wilson?
Well, I say they should. They've got an excellent coach, as we know, and
So who gets left out there? Because there's 4 teams in that division who are all going to be vying for a spot there. The Browns, who
Browns,
are still pretty strong.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, who's getting Burrow back. And then you got the Ravens with Lamar adding D. Henry.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an interesting division to watch there.
Yes.
And I think one where all 4 teams are competitive.
They are. I mean, that's a tough one. Let's see. Who we got on the West Coast? Oh, the West Coast guys. I say the 49ers, but, you got the Rams and you got the Chargers. The Chargers, the Chargers this has to be a rebuild. They're getting a new coach. Yeah, that's a rebuild.
It's a rebuild, but Justin Herbert is still pretty elite. And with Harbaugh there, they could win some games. But that division's kind of up in the air too. I mean, the Broncos are going to suck. They have no quarterback. They have Bo Nix, I guess, but I don't know how that's going to go. To be honest with you.
Well, we're almost done with the show, folks. We're going to get more in depth on football. Coming up, we got some stuff we got to do, but. Once again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, and remember, we are your first responders for sports news and information.
Every week here. Peace.
Yeah, man. That's cool. That was cool. We make it interesting because it wasn't nothing really happening, but
Nothing. Like, you have ESPN News like there's nothing going on at all.
Nothing. But that's okay. But this is getting us in tune for down the road, man. And then this damn thing.